And we begin with a developing story. The National Police Service now says the change of security personnel at the official and private residences of Deputy President William Ruto is a normal routine and not a case of executive malice, as argued by Ruto's allies. But a statement from the Office of Deputy President says the move is aimed at exposing Deputy President to harm. NTV's Setolale witnessed the dramatic change of guard at Karen.
At 3:30 p.m. Thursday afternoon, a contingent of administration police officers from the Security of Government Buildings Unit, SGB, arrived at the Deputy President's official residence in Karen to take over from the General Service Unit. However, the change of guard took a dramatic turn after the GSU officer in charge of the DP's residence demanded a written communication from the National Police leadership before leaving their posting. After a series of consultations, the security of the Government Buildings Unit was allowed into the residence and briefed by the GSU resident commandant. The unit was later walked around the DP's compound, ready to begin their mandate. A section of DP supporters have termed the exercise as unprocedural in the wake of the DP's sustained reiteration that he will remain on course to pursue his 2022 presidential ambition.
It is incumbent upon government to ensure that the Deputy President is secured, because at this time, Kenya cannot afford the panic.
Having security is not a favor that you give to the Deputy President to give him security.
We want to urge President Uhuru Kenyatta to rise above the pettiness that we are seeing.
But the National Police Service says no such thing is true. Through a statement from its spokesperson, Bruno Shosio, the service says the change of guard at DP's residence is a normal reassignment of duties within the National Police Service to enhance efficiency and effectiveness, and that the Presidential Escort Unit continues to provide close protection security to the Deputy President. But in a quick rejoinder, the Deputy President's Communications Office says the move is contrary to National Police Service standing orders that puts the GSU commandant responsible for the security of the President, Deputy President, state houses and lodges, as stipulated in Chapter 8 of the National Police Service standing orders. The concern for most is the replacement of GSU officers with the SGB, said to be weaker in training and expertise in comparison. Supporters of the Deputy President are, however, not taking this lightly. In Eldoret, a section of residents held demonstrations as the National Council of Churches of Kenya called for tolerance between the President and his deputy. Interestingly, the security changes were unfolding as the Deputy President was hosting leaders from Nyeri at his current residence. Similar security changes have been effected at Ruto's other private residences in Sugoi, Eldoret Town and Karen, Nairobi. Seth Olale, NTV.
Change of guard in a way. But let's engage a peace and security expert on this, Augustine Lokwang. He's actually been a serviceman, and the National Police Service says it is normal reassignment of duties to replace the elite officers from the GSU-G company with Administration Police Security of Government Buildings Unit. Do you agree?
Yeah, thank you very much, and it's quite a good opportunity to give a comment on this security development as well as a matter of national significance. First and foremost, protection of the President and the Deputy President is guaranteed and enshrined in law as espoused in the National Police Standing Orders, Chapter 8, Section 5 of it, E, which sets out the responsibilities of the GSU commandant in regards to the protection of these first degree VIPs. What has happened is really the deployment of a unit which is essentially lesser in capability as opposed to the one that actually was guarding the residence of the DP. By extension, therefore, means that it's degrading of the DP's protection, and as such would have implications on his security.
Bwana Lokwang, if I may, on that point, just ask, in your understanding, or from your understanding, the difference of the AP-SGB security for government buildings as opposed to the GSU security, G company security, in terms of expertise and the security that they could give.
Yeah, sure. These are two far apart elements of security. When you talk about GSU, this is an elite unit which has higher capabilities opposed to the SIPU, which is ordinarily the administration police element. And therefore, it means that the crack and more trained and highly equipped element has been withdrawn, and as such, the AP, which ordinarily would be protecting government installations in the sense of buildings and critical infrastructure, has been brought in. It brings a bit of worry, and as such, it's a concern. Thank you very much.
Bwana Lokwang, would it be wrong for a layman to interpret this as a replacement of an elite unit with the AP wing that secures government buildings as protecting the installations and not the person?
Of course, the DP is among the categories of first-degree persons that are accorded the highest level of security. And in this regard, without contempt to the office, it therefore means once you're removing JSU, which ordinarily would manage complex security situations and incidences, then the issue is then becomes a concern. And in this regard, it is something that the National Police Service understands, and it will be expected.
A bit of an issue there with the line that we have secured with Bwana Augustine Lokwang. If you can hear me, the top concern, at least from the office of the Deputy President, is that this amounts to sabotage and is a risk to the security. In your view, if you could hear me, is the Deputy President now safe?
Yeah. The Deputy President, and in this regard, it's just that the unit, specialized units, has been withdrawn, but the APs are able and capable to protect, but the desirable level of security would have been the level of a GSU detail. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Augustine Lokwang. He is actually a retired serviceman and now lends his expertise as an expert on peace and security matters. So this is a story that definitely will be getting a lot of more reactions, as the Office of the Deputy President has demanded that it gets an official answer from the police on this particular move, as they say they were not consulted.